Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on DC Comics Presents issue number 34. Now, as you know, DC Comics Presents is going to be a Superman series with Superman teaming up with other characters in the DC universe, from Joker, also Captain Marvel, Vixen, also the Teen Titans, and so many others. And the cover mainly features Cole holding the Marvel family as well as Superman, with someone saying, "No one but me." And we see how basically Captain Marvel and Superman, after the events of the last issue, have now been restored back to their original selves, but are worried about Mr. Mxyzptlk as well as events from the last issue. And we see how they begin to test their powers, with Superman using his kind of X-ray vision, and even remembers what happened when Billy Batson tried to save people in a chopper, ended up becoming Superman and managing to rescue them. And we also see how even Billy Batson was amazed by the powers, and when they got to meet each other, they found out Mr. Mxyzptlk wanted to play a trick on them. But no, there's something bigger going on. So they go off to see the Marvel family, and of course want to see if their powers are what they're supposed to be. And keep in mind, Mary Batson and Freddy do have powers. Uncle Dudley was made a honorary member. So we see them kind of head off to the Rock of Eternity to find out what's going on. But of course, they find out it's a magic barrier. And as soon as they get through, they find out Mr. Mxyzptlk has got Cole as well as Mr. Mind. And we see how they try to duke it out with him to little to no success. And we even see how Superman and Captain Marvel get banished from Earth S, and even Mr. Mind wanting to destroy the planet. But we see how even Mr. Mxyzptlk isn't pleased with about them killing Superman. And we see how Mr. Mxyzptlk hears Mr. Mind's origin, to how he was a normal caterpillar on a planet like his race, developed his own X-ray goggles and voice box and that, and contacted other members of Billy Batson's Rogue Gallery, forming the Monster Society of Evil, and him saying, "Well, what I can't please. I just say a good sea destroyed, so you can blow up this earth for all I care, Cole." And of course, we see how even Mr. Mxyzptlk knows that he can't do anything about this, but decides to try and help in any way he can. And we see how Captain Marvel and Superman end up on the Earth of Captain Marvel Bunny, where back in the 40s and 50s was a comic book series. So I know Roy Thomas had a habit of kind of reusing old characters and was a big fan of the Golden Age. And we see Superman saying, "Grey Krypton! Holy moly! He got me! They can talk too!" And tries to take on the robot bunny, and turns out the one that's modeling it is Mr. Mind, saying, "You were expecting maybe George Lucas wearing bunny ears?" And we see how Cole tries to take on the United Nations, and we see how Captain Marvel Jr. tries to take him on, with Mary and Uncle Dudley going in to stop him. And of course, we see that they do get pummeled, with Uncle Dudley staying behind to keep crowd control. And we see how Captain Marvel Bunny and his love interest end up getting taken in by the police. And we see how Hoppy says the magic words Shazam, turn him into Captain Marvel Bunny. And we see him saying, "Just hope I can find his UN place fast. I can't bear the thought of that nice Mary in peril. Please And we see how he tries to go in, and of course, tries to take on Cole the Punisher. And we see how Mr. Mxyzptlk finally gets fed up with Mr. Mind, and decides to head off into the Rock of Eternity to shout off his name, and restoring the wizard back from his eternal sleep, saying, "Ugh, must have dozed off. Oh well, no harm done, I suppose." And we see how Superman and Shazam are given a big break, and we see how Captain Marvel Bunny takes down Cole. And after basically getting to meet Superman, we see how Captain Marvel Bunny points out that he's always been a fan of the Superman comics. And we see how Clark is finally returned back to his Earth, reading the sort of Captain Marvel Bunny comics. And yeah, this is the story. So I think it's not too bad. Like, it shows you that Superman is in a different environment, knowing that, yeah, Earth-S is maybe more of Captain Marvel's turfs, where there isn't really any other super beings, but more like kind of old school classical ones. So I think it still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.